Welcome to this series where we are taking a look at the missions of Transport Fever 2. We are now on the fourth mission of Chapter 3, or if you're counting all the missions in total, we are on mission 16. This mission is called Liberated Markets, and we are now in West Germany and in the time period of 1989 to 2009. It says, West Germany after unification. The Iron Curtain has fallen. Many are convinced that mankind has surmounted the greatest turmoil and history will now find a peaceful conclusion in capitalism democracy. I think that's probably one of the delusions of this century. State-controlled intervention appears to be an obsolete model ever since the collapse of the Eastern Bloc. In its place, the liberated markets are supposed to help all humanity to attain happiness and prosperity. Very promising prospects. I have a feeling history is not going to look kindly on this period of the start of this century, but that's very much a personal opinion. We've got 3 bonus tasks: good management, local transit monopoly, station 2000. I'm sure that will make sense. You can see if you look at the top here, it says Liberated Markets Chapter 3 Mission 16. I think this picture here gives a pretty broad hint about what this mission's going to be about. This is obviously high-speed train. I think Germany's been working on one for quite some time.
The Cold War is history. The era of global liberalism. The era of democracy and market economics. In the transport industry, too. You have been promoted to upper echelon management at the German Federal Railway. And you're supposed to usher in an era of change in railroad toward improving competitiveness, toward increasing cost efficiency. Get the Federal Railway in good shape for the future. A new era is dawning. Reunited at last, Germany faces a rosy future, but it hasn't gotten that far yet, at least not at the German Federal Railway. Each year, the business incurs huge losses, but politics expects to see a maximum range of services. This just wouldn't work in the private sector, but luckily the federal government assumes all the debts. Despite declining passenger figures and rising deficits, even less used routes are still supposed to remain in service. That won't happen without generous loans.
Welcome to the map. I was just having a quick look round while the intro was playing. It says increase access to local public transit of the towns to a value of 1,500. A grant of 100 million a year will be credited automatically to your account. So we're in subsidised rail. Just looking at this railway station, I mean, it looks pretty cool actually. Just looking round, and these BW is the indicators for the German federal states, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure what BW actually stands for, but I did see BY, and I do know what BY stands for. That is Bavaria. And down here we've got Frankfurt, which doesn't have an indicator on it, which is interesting. It's just got the food and the fuel, but I'm pretty sure Frankfurt is in Hesse. So we got a couple of other small towns over here that aren't indicated. So I think we're at the junction of 3 German federal states based on previous missions. But I don't really want to mess with this line here, although it'd be tempted just to run a train up to here and back. I've got a feeling we need to build some infrastructure. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to get down here and if we can, we're certainly going to connect that to that, and we're probably going to bring this road out like that and across to there. My inclination is to go for bus lines at this initial point. I'm just going to connect things like that. There's also a slightly ulterior motive for going for bus lines, and that is the fact that I was watching a video by somebody. It was quite a small channel, and he was creating ring bus routes, and I was quite fascinated. I want to give it a go. So we've now got this here. So we're starting Frankfurt. And of course, we're going to start right outside the station. And what this person was doing is he was putting 2 stations opposite each other like that. And we can probably put another one down. Maybe we'll put one here, one there. And if you see that when you do this, they're side by side, they combine into a single station. And I'm just curious to see how this is going to work. I'm just going to put this here, put another 2 there, and I think we can come back that way. This is going to be quite a big line actually, but whereas do I really want to come out here? Yeah, I suppose I could. We've got plenty of coverage in the center there, so I'm just going to put one there, and maybe we'll just come in like that there. And what you need to do is do this, 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 and this. Have to put a we'll tidy that in a little while. That comes there. I suppose we can do that. That's no greater distance. And I'll call you Frankfurt. Yeah. Frankfurt circle 1. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create another new, and we're going to go the other way round. And what should happen is we should be able to assign buses to this route, and we should have some going round one way and others going round the opposite way. That's the theory. And we'll call you Frankfurt circle. Oops. Circle 2. So we've got the 2 lines here, and of course we're going to need to put a depot in. Maybe we'll put the depot out here. Away from, actually just put it in that area there. And I'm just going to put that there. And let's have a look at what we got in the way of vehicles. Wow, got a nice selection. We got our Poland truck, which is going to cover all the goods. There doesn't seem to be much goods on the map, so I'd say the focus of this mission is going to be public transport. I think this is quite a big. This is 23. This is 20. I think if we get about 5 of these. Oops. Right, we've got 5 of these. You can go to Frankfurt Circle 1, and I'm just going to get another 5 of those. And I'm just going to assign you to Frankfurt Circle 2. Oops, we better unpause. Get our trucks going out there. And what I'm going to do is just let that run. And what we got up here, we got Mannheim here. Just go here. Come here. You can out to there. You can hook across to there. And part of me, oh, we could come through here. Actually, my instinct is to go that way. To do exactly the same again. Now to about here, and maybe come round to about here, and across to here, and maybe we'll just, wow, okay, they've just very obligingly put a road in for me for free, so. I'll call you, is it, I think there's 2 ends in Mannheim. Circle 1, We're going to start there and go around the other way. And we'll call you Mannheim Circle 2. And again, we can just shove a truck depot out here away from the town. Actually, it's like a little bit of a dead spur here. So we could put it, that's too much curvature. And I think this is a little bit smaller, so we'll just go with ordinary buses, I think. And we'll just go with about 4 of these. Mannheim Circle 1. And by another 4 the other opposite way round. I'm probably going to lose a fortune on this, but so we're up to 354 people. We got Mannheim, Frankfurt. Let's just have a look, just see if the buses are going the right way round. Oh, they seem to be. So it seems to have worked. We've got Würzburg here. I think this could do with. So we'll just connect you up to there, you across to there, maybe you across to there. A road coming out there, and maybe you across to there like that. Just okay. We're going to start outside the railway station and cause a traffic jam. I think you can come here, and maybe I'll put another one there and another one there. And actually part of me says let's get across the road here. That no, all buses crossing there. I think we're to stick this side. Don't like level crossings. I know they're a necessary evil, but they can be evil. Okay, I suppose I can get away with Circle 2. We'll put the truck depot out here. Actually, no, let's put it over here. Try and put it out of the way. Again, this isn't very big, so let's buy you and go to Circle 1. You can go to Circle 2, and we're up to 560 at the moment. So we've got public transport in there. I think probably the last place we want to put public transport in serious amounts is over here in Stuttgart. And hook you up there. Part of me says come out this way and hook you across the back like that. So we got, actually, this encouraged the city to build a bit, and we got a road out here. Maybe we'll just come across to there and across to there, and we'll just, again, we're going to start. Our station is, so it looks like Stuttgart needs goods and materials as well. That's probably worth remembering. We'll put you. We put this here. That will, and then we can come down there. Maybe there. There. And there. Okay, that's pulled it that way. Good. I'm happy with that. Is it 2 T's in Stuttgart, isn't it? Circle 1. And you go around that way. Stuttgart. Circle 2. And we're going to have to put the industrial areas over here. Actually, what we could do is put you there. I think we'll go back to the about 5 of those. 5 of those, and so we've now got a pretty comprehensive public transport network running out here, but we've got a potential commuter line up here now, which I quite like the look of. So my inclination is just to get the railways up and running. Then I'd have to build a station here. I think we're going to ignore that for the moment. I think I'd rather work down in this area. And what I'm thinking is what we got here. We got a potential commuter line into Frankfurt. Don't really want that at the moment. We've got a bit of a dog's dinner here. We've got lots of platforms though. We've got right here. We've got a double line to here, and then a connection out to there. So we've got a potential route through here, through Gabfeld to yeah, we got a potential commuter line there, but we're putting on all the maps. What I want to do next is we're going to build a train depot out here. I want to get, if we put a train depot say about here, and we're going to go high-speed tracks. Just get things set up. Okay, we've got 3 new vehicles. That's going to make life a little bit better, I think. Though, to be honest, I'm not exactly too sure what we're going to need trucks for. Although, given this game's approach to missions so far, it'll probably say build a comprehensive passenger network, and then say strip it all down and build a goods line. I'm getting very cynical, aren't I? So get you in here. So we've got our train terminal in. Let's look at this line. Maybe we can connect this line together. My instinct is take that out, and because this has got double track here, you over to about there, maybe connect through to there, and maybe we'll just slide you out to here. Now, I don't really want to run a local line on here. What's this like? So say we come off like that, run you up alongside here like this. we'll triple line it. Where's the track? Actually, no. I think if we come off here and run you up alongside here like this, got lots of money. I think I've just got myself 100 million. So it's actually paying for. Yeah, we just made 95 million profit. Okay. I don't want to knock this village about, so what we're going to do is just come into here. And we have to put some crossovers in here, like this. Always the second one that's the pain. Come on. Okay. We got a crossover there. And I think what we will do is sneak in a crossover from there to there. And right, so we've now got a route there. Let's see if we can get this route set up sneaky wise. So we've got, I'll call you the Frankfurt rural line. Now the fun's going to be is whether I can assign a train to this. We're going to go for, what can we get here? A commuter train. Let's have a, oh no, I don't want you. Want you. And what we're going to do is see if we can get a couple of commuter trains to work on this. You've got crossovers, you've got crossovers. And what you should do is come into here. And then you can run up through this area here. I think that will work. And we're just going to let this run tick over.
Accessibility alone isn't enough. It's crucial that the train stops are traveled to on a regular basis so that customers actually make use of the offer too.
Okay, what have we got now? Have trains with total capacity of 900 people in use and reach the average frequency of 120 seconds. That's gonna make life. What we're gonna have to do is probably add another commuter train to. Right. Have to add, but get 3 running on that. Hopefully that, when we could run a commuter line up to here, but I'm just very suspicious about that high-speed line. So maybe I do need to put a train up here. So okay, we're going to put a train depot in here. Yeah. Only a single track line, so. And we'll create a route from here Is that Halbrum to that Bingen? See what can we put on this line? My instinct is to use these little rail buses. Okay, let's put about 4 on to start with and see how that actually goes. When we've got the passing point there, then we could put another passing point in here. Come on. And we can put oh, we got the frequency. As me putting the extra tracks in to get the frequency, and well, that didn't count very much, did it? Okay, we're gonna have to go for it and put some trains on here. We need the actually. Let's have a sudden thought. I'm gonna be a little bit sneaky here.
You're doing your
A little
best,
bit of a cheat there.
but the figures are deeply in the red. To gain market shares, the railroad needs services aligned to the market, attractive offers, and a modern image. Market research findings show that the top priority is given to shorter traveling times. That's why the German Federal Railway worked together with the railway vehicle industry and developed the new Intercity Express. Make way for the train of the future. The newly constructed prototype is supposed to reach speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. To achieve this, it needs its own high-speed rail lines, on which the rolling stock has to be tested first.
Right, so central stations are Frankfurt, Mannheim, Nuremberg, Stuttgart, and Würzburg. So we're going to go from Stuttgart to Mannheim. Mannheim to Frankfurt. That's going to be a long... Oh, okay, let's get this right. Frankfurt to Mannheim. You see, I always thought that was Mannheim. That's so we got to go from here to here, and then we got to go up to Stuttgart for an express line, and we got to go from Frankfurt to Würzburg, and then Würzburg to Nuremberg. So we got a line through here, which is probably the easiest one to put that together. And we've already got the crossovers for this. So, tracks. We're going to have to go high speed. Another kind of double split here. I think we'll go on the outside track because there isn't much going this way, so we're going to run down. I want to try and keep it about 300. Cancel. Okay. Cancel. Getting a bit of height here is slightly worrying. Oops. Now we're going to need to gain some height. Bit more, and in a little bit of a curve here. It's still 249. Okay, let's just this platform here. I think we'll come off this platform here. Connect you to there. Is that the right side through? Right, and we're going to double track it. Although strictly speaking, we probably don't need to do that these initial runs, but we're okay at the moment. We're even making a small profit at the moment, despite spending a fortune on track. We're going to run through to here. Right. Make sure we got the crossovers. Yep. Actually, quite complicated crossovers, isn't they, actually? And I'm going to create a new line from here to here. We'll call you Frank to Nuremberg. That's right. Nope. That's the out. I think to start with, it just says we're going to get the speed. So 5 vehicles. Oh, test train. Why would we? Does it say anything about a test train? Doesn't say anything about. Is it build high-speed tracks between central stations, measure the time the intercity express train, with an intercity express train. Okay. So we've actually got to use the test train. And we'll buy that, and we'll assign you to Frankfurt to Nuremberg. So now there's no link between Nuremberg, so the next one we need to go is to Mannheim here, and then up to Stuttgart. Wow, that's going to be a long route. How are you doing for speed wise? Maybe you need to see what type of speed this train is hitting. Right, so Würzburg to Nuremberg. Okay, so we can do it all in one line. There's something I just wanted to check. And contours. Right, so we got a kind of a little plane through here. So we're gonna have to climb out of here from Frankfurt, whether we like it or not. Right, we're gonna go left. I'm just gonna run through there and up to here. Like that. What's the? Let's just back that off a little bit. And about here. Right. Maybe that actually looks a bit better, doesn't it? Not sure how. Okay, we're just, I think we're coming on this track here because there's nothing on this side. Okay, I'm just gonna double track it for the moment. Okay. Right, the question is now, how are we gonna get to Stuttgart? Let's have another look at the contours. Gonna come in about there. Wow. And this is a long run, so we can afford to. That's not changing anything. Okay. I think this could be the challenging one. It's right, you're 300. Wait, don't run around on the route. Liable to get run over. I mean, it is an average, so if we come up like that. Wow. Right, bring you back to that embankment. Right, we're still heading towards Mannheim. We've got a bridge here, so we're just going to have to live with the bridge. Teach me what side we come off of. Left hand side. My instinct is to. Wow. Okay, we're going to go for a very long tunnel. Wow. But we got the money for it, so no point worrying about it. And I'm going to connect to there. We got that there. Right, let's just check the crossovers. Yeah, we got the ultra complex crossovers here and here. So right, we're now going to create our time from Frankfurt there, and back to Mannheim. Now we've got a problem here with this. Oh, we might be able to get away with it. I'm just going to buy. Actually, we've done this. Where's the test train? Not that I'm a cheapskate or anything. I'll actually name the line. Frankfurt to Stuttgart. Stuttgarty. Go back to here. Right, we've got the speed from Mannheim to Frankfurt. Straight under there. Wow, we're still maintaining 150 kilometers an hour. Picking up 170, 180. Go on, 200. Nope, didn't quite make it. That must be good for 150.
Bravo! Regular operation can get started. The ICE, the Intercity Express, combines the classic advantages of trains with travel speeds suited to the market. Half as fast as an airplane, twice as fast as a car.
Let's get back to here. First things first, just find the test train. Where are you? And hello. Oh, great. Can't find a way back. Well, sorry, you've just got. You've just been sold. What we're going to need to do now is work out a route. So let's just. Well, we got the routes. Let me just check the. got Frankfurt to Nuremberg. Right, just check you coming on platform 2. I've got a feeling. So we go to Würzburg, Nuremberg. And what I want to do is add Würzburg back into there. Because that's, and you come in platform 1, 2. You're on platform 3. No, we'll leave you on platform 3. And right, we've got to get 8 intercity trains running. Well, I need to signpost, signal up this signpost. What am I talking about? Right, so I think what we're going to do is buy 2 intercity ices to start here. And we're going to assign you to Frankfurt to Nuremberg. I'm just going to get you running. Just to check the signals. Going to be upline. Going to be down the one there. And I think we can probably get another one here and another one there. Wow. This rate, I'm gonna have everything, all the mileage done before I even get myself sorted out. And I think what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go big ways here, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and we're gonna assign you to the Frankfurt Stuttgart line. Actually, just check that line. So Mannheim. So we go from Frankfurt to Mannheim to Stuttgart to Mannheim and back again. So we need another 2 expresses here. I mean, we could just overload the lines, which would probably be the easiest way to do this. So what we could, I think what we're going to do is we're going to help the situation a little bit here with the trains, because these trains are never going to get out of the depot. I think what we're going to do is we're going to be construction not possible. What's up with this? Oh, because this is right, I want you out to here, going across to here, and I want you to connect into there. One, this will give me a link to return trains to the depot. Also, I've got a little bit of an idea here, just to put a bit more variety rather than overloading the tracks. Oops. I'm just going to come in here and go there. And what we're going to do is create a line from there to who's unhappy. Train 3. Okay, you've got to go. I think what's caused the problem here is that these lines have now crossed over. We may have to do something about this here. But what I'm going to do now is, what was that line I just created? Line 1. And you're going to be Mannheim to Würzburg. I think it's Würzburg, isn't it? I can't remember. Feel free to correct me. What we're going to do is just connect you. With these.
A masterpiece of engineering. The ICE is as fast as an arrow, but the shackles of bureaucracy slow down operation. That's why Germany's Bundestag parliament has decided to convert the German Federal Railway into a private corporation, now called Deutsche Bahn. This enables flexible, customer-aligned activity on the market. You have been appointed to the board of the newly founded enterprise and are supposed to initiate the necessary measures for restructuring. More traffic on the rails, less burden on taxpayers, improved service for customers. That's the motto. Show corporate key figures that live up to this motto.
Is reduce the size of regional train stations. Well, what we're going to do first is get into here and sell those. So we can get a little bit of cash back. What was that?
At the last meeting, Mr. Bloomer from the finance department introduced several persuasive ideas for increasing growth rates. The proposed measures for restructuring are supposed to be implemented in different areas. Staff salaries are the #1 cost driver. Longer trains ensure greater capacity while deploying personnel resources sparingly.
Cut back on staff. I can guarantee you that wants me to delete trains. Well, we'll do a test where we find a managed vehicle, return to depot. What's this other thing? It says remove from rural stations. So it's Fluder, Arkbach. Don't tell me you're going to do it from my and Ansbach. This says remove meters of platform. Okay, I'd hate doing this, but move meters of track. Okay. Right. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll get a complaint in a minute telling me. And Spark. Well, I think this one we can just zap completely, can't we? I haven't really built anything here, so should have destroyed this one first, shouldn't I? Where's all? Oh, we got remove meters of track. Can I be sneaky and just delete the track? Can we do that?
In the long term, the point is to increase productivity while reducing costs at the same time. The biggest deficits are incurred in local mass transit. This calls for some measures to optimize infrastructure.
Reach an annual turnover of 50 million. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hate doing this, but I want to get rid of this mission, and we've got 765 million. If I return these to the depot, I hate doing this, but right, 5. So returning them to the depot isn't going to have any effect. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta be kidding. You made me delete my trains and then you go on a bonus.
Infrastructural buildings that are not necessary for operations are expensive to maintain. The idea suggests itself to dismantle the relevant facilities and sell them off to third parties at a profit.
I think you're trying to bankrupt me here. I'm gonna buy. I think what I'm gonna do is just gonna buy 2, and we're gonna put you back on the Frankfurt to Nuremberg line, and we're gonna buy another. I mean, we're blowing so much money, and I think we're gonna buy you there. I'm going to put you on the Frankfurt to Stuttgart line, and then we're just going to see if whether that develops. And I think divest, remove roofs and build outbuildings. Well, I was deleting roofs up here, wasn't I? Couldn't figure out. It's got a roof. Yeah, you've got a roof. Construction locked, so I can't make it bigger. Delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what the heck constitutes an outbuilding? Oh, fun. Ah, we can't delete that. That's part of the station. Right, we need one more outbuilding. That's got no outbuilding. That's got to be an outbuilding.
The experience accumulated so far on the matter of managers' salaries indicates a sizable return on investment regarding the special bonuses. Analyses show that a savings potential exists in the case of travel expenses for management personnel. The commensurate outlays could be reduced by using planes instead of traveling by train.
What I'm going to do now is I don't want to build this airline because it's going to cost me a lot of money. And what it says here, we've got to reach a turnover target of 50 million. So what I'm going to do now is go into a period where we're just going to work on trying to improve this turnover. I mean, it's building up. It's going to get there eventually, but it's going to take time. What I'll do now is, well, I'll just work on the infrastructure, see if we can build it up, improve our profits, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. It took roughly about 10 minutes of gameplay to get to the point of actually that turnover. You see, I'm still losing money, which is a slight cause for concern. We've now got to...
The train station in Stuttgart has long since reached its capacity limits. After years of reviewing all the options, a construction project has now been approved. The planned en route station is going to be the new heart of Europe. Modern, innovative, high performance. The realization of this trailblazing project of the century calls for 1 or 2 compromises regarding several buildings not essential to operations, certain areas of the nearby water protection zone, and a handful of old trees in the castle gardens.
So it looks like we've got to choose between Bavaria and, what's it called now? Baden-Württemberg. And I think looking at the map, most of our development is in Baden-Württemberg. We've got Stuttgart up here, we've got this area here. And the only thing we've really got in Bavaria is Würzburg. I think we're going to go with Baden-Württemberg.
As expected, you won the invitation to tender and got the contract. Provide all the designated services during the term of contract in compliance with the corresponding targeted specifications.
Travel to no train in. Is that just going to go through? Is that no trains in Bayern? Does Würzburg not count as Bayern then? Travel to no train stations in Bayern. I'll take your word for it. We've got all regional trains. So it's regional trains. We don't have any regional trains up here. Right, I think what I'm going to do is...
Analyses show that a savings potential exists in the case of travel expenses for management personnel. The commensurate outlays could be reduced by using planes instead of traveling by train.
I'll go for passenger. Wow, that's big. I think I'm also aware that this video is getting on quite long, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to work on these minor missions and see how this travel no train works, and then see what the next, how can you say, mission, whatever you want to call it, flows on from that. If it's big, what I will do is chop the video here and make it into 2 parts. This counts Stuttgart. Maybe if we put a road there. Oops, I didn't confirm the road. Okay. The blue circle there, I don't really. Okay, sorry, you've got to go. Why won't you connect? Let's just delete you. And these airports are a pain in the neck. It's almost like it's implying that this is connected, but it's not. Okay, let's do this another way. Let's put the airport there. Collision. What have we got a collision with? Ah, the end of this road there. Right. I hate it when the game does this. And we're just going to connect. I presume it can be anything, where it's a thing. Line 1. Let's call you airline. We'll probably get rid of you not long after. And we're just gonna assign you to airline. Yep. So we've got that finished. Increase. Ha! Paying another million. These guys are.
Isn't able to be measured.
Oops, what was that? So what have we got to do here? Build a tunnel in the red area. Renovate train station. Convert that into a through station. Build a tunnel in the red area. Remove trees in the green area. Where's the green area? Ah, there's the green area. Sorry. I mean, we got to remove all of them. Okay, we've moved all the trees in the green area. There's build a tunnel in the red area. Does that mean we got to build a train track tunnel through here? Okay. Demolish houses in the yellow area. There. Okay, this is going to be a fun area there. So what are we going to do in the blue area? Lay tracks in the water protection area. Oh, sounds like a bit of demolish houses. So we got to turn Stuttgart into a through station. Wow. Okay, pause time. It doesn't go anywhere. Can we just cheat this a little bit? And if we put a road through here, oh, construction not possible. Okay, we'll put a road there and a road there. And then if we come to the train station and this is the, actually, let's put you back that way. Doesn't say I've got to connect this up, so. But demolish houses in yellow area. Right, let's just connect this back up again and get the high speed tracks back in. Yep. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to take these out like this as a double track, and then what we're going to have to do is push this back until such time as we can get this to connect. So push you back to here, the speed track, and oops. Come on, stop messing about. Why is it saying construction not possible? Right, obviously didn't like that little bit there. Of course, we have to put the crossover in here. Just there. Oops. Okay, let's just take that out again. Yep. Stop complaining. I will get there. What I'm going to do is get a really long crossover. Too much slope. We'll just have the crossover out here. Just going to have to come in this way and put the signals there and there. I think that's the right way round. The track should be happy and we can shut down. And the one thing we've got left to do now is if I pause the game, can I phase it this way?
It's finished. The new train station links people. Efficient, safe, and to the undivided joy of the entire population.
I'm sure the population love it. So what we got to do now is travel to all train stations in Baden-Württemberg with a regional train. This is going to take a little while to set up because we've got to connect up that here and here. So this is what I'm going to call it for this part, and I'll come back in the next video and we will start to put these lines together because it's going to take a little while to connect everything up. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed this first part of this mission, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.